the experience of working with such thrilling actors like Joaquin and Russell, I mean, is something that just so enriches any scene. You know, you just never know exactly what they're going to do, and that's the best feeling. Like when you're with an actor who just really just doesn't give a fuck about whether it's going to be too much out there, but just goes and just has such courage and just has no you know, is never going to be predictable. That is like a true gift when you're doing great scenes like that.
That movie was I guess kind of a breakout role for both of them. So while you were on set and they were lesser known, was there any moment during principal photography where they did something and you just go, holy shit, they're going to be huge?
Yeah, I think that almost all of the scenes were spectacular. I don't think that any of us really understood. We could feel that it was something special, but I don't think we understood just how privileged we were to be on there. We were so busy, you know, complaining about the 4 pages of new script changes that we got every morning, and we were just really working so hard to make that vision come alive, you know, and we were all super deeply invested in it. I don't think that I was thinking in terms of career making or anything like that. I didn't have a mindset like that. It was all about the story. It was all about the story and how we were telling that story that mattered to us.
And it's probably that mentality that made sure that the film stood the test of time and now is essentially an iconic piece of cinema. With those changes in mind, is there an example of a scene where you felt super confident about it and then got those changes and really had to kind of sit with it to let what you originally envisioned go, and in order to embrace what those changes and what they meant to the movie overall?
I think that we did that all the time, in fact, you know, and I think it's part of the learning of an actor is really also to just, you know, be humble as well. You're not the one who's putting up the $175 million or however much it costs. You know, you're not the one who's doing that. That's the studios, and you also have to, you know, just also remember that you don't know everything. You know, you can't see every single part of the film, and I think that it's really important to both, you know, burn the candle at both ends for the character, but to also at the same time be super humble in terms of, you know, you're also operating inside of the vision of the director and producers and financiers who somehow managed to make this thing happen.
That is definitely a key part of the process. Before I leave Gladiator, what is going on with that sequel? Is it really happening, or are you
know,
a part of it?
I know that it's on the ledger. So let's just see when you know, when Ridley. I know he had to do like the 1 or 2 other movies, and then I think it's on the ledger after that. But I'm not quite sure, you know, where it's at right now. So.
Assuming it is about your son in the movie, are like you ready and eager to jump on board and continue her story?
I mean, it would obviously be amazing. And I know that a lot of people want to see more of that, you know. And I think that all of us are just going to have to look at that as a separate, different film, you know, but with some of maybe the emotions and values that made Gladiator, I think, so powerful for so many people, which I really think were the underlying values that we were talking about, you know, tyranny versus freedom, and you know, the willingness to do what needs to be done in order to free a people, you know. And I don't think that it would have been the same if it had just been a spectacle. It had to exist within a sphere of values. I cannot tell you the countless times where I've seen people come up to me, and one day I'll tell you like some really cool stories about that, you know, but come up to me and start reciting back our dialogue because it touched them, it moved them. And so I think that's where David Franzoni from the beginning just brought that core feeling of how ideas can inspire us.